Hello everyone. Hello everyone. I am Ritika, and today I am presenting uh, in front of you this research methodology presentation, and the topic of this presentation is statistical research, its process and techniques of statistical research. So basically, by using this PPT, I want to show you all what is statistical research, what is the process of statistical research, techniques of statistical research, and so yeah, let's. So statistical research is a field that focuses on collection, analysis, and interpretation of data. Like in statistics, we deals with data. Without data, if we are not working on data, then it becomes qualitative research, and this is a quantitative research. The statistics also we research on qualitative data sometimes, but here we are talking of statistical data, and we talk about in statistics also we talk about qualitative data, but mainly it is about data, like it revolve around data. So the main aim of statistical research is to investigate trends, patterns. uh, Often, mostly we use quantitative methods to test hypotheses and make prediction. For this we use descriptive statistics for summarizing, inferential statistics for prediction, and other tests like ANOVA, F test, and T test, and all. So these this is a raw introduction of what is statistical research is. Okay, so key areas of statistical research. There are some areas of statistical research by which we find out descriptive statistics, we find out inferential statistics on all. Then by using descriptive statistics, we used to summarize the data like mean, median, and standard deviation and all. In inferential statistics, what we do is we by using inferential statistics we draw conclusion mainly. We draw conclusion, and uh, and for making prediction we use uh, when prediction about large population, uh, using data we predict, like uh, and causal study is also a field of is a key area of statistical research. In this we study about the cause and effect relationship. In experimental research what we do is we study about cause and effect and all. Statistical modelings, we use developing models. We what we do is develop model and predict what is going to happen next after some event. Like we predict what is going to happen, like for nifty 50 and anything we predict, like we can predict by using statistics what, or we can also predict gold prices, like we can predict what is going to happen in future by using statistics, by using previous data. If we have a good set of data, we can predict future by using statistical research. Okay, so okay, let me uh, so it's oh it's like right now it's too, I can't talk very loudly because it's night time and everyone was sleeping right now, and I'm just talking to my laptop. Okay, so uh, data visualization is also a key area of statistical research. By using statistical technique we can visualize what is in a particular data, which kind of data it is, like by using this like descriptive statistics and all, we can visualize which kind of data it is and how we can use, how we can maximize its use, how uh, much information we can extract from any data. This is the main purpose of statistical research, and how we can use for our research and how we can predict it for the future. This is the main aim of statistical research. This is not example of statistical research is medical research. In every field we use statistics. Like without statistics, it's not possible to think about anything. Because I am student of statistics, so I am little bit biased about my subject. But yeah, it we can't think about anything without statistics. So in medical research, analyzing clinical trial data to evaluate the effectiveness of treatment, we use statistical research. In business also, for knowing customer behavior and market trends, we use statistical research. Everywhere we use. So yeah, we use everywhere. Social sciences, uh, for like government also uses some statistical methods, and for example, if government wants to know what is the problem of any area and how we can give a solution for that problem, to tackle that problem. For that, government used to conduct surveys and use statistical methods and all. Like for example, in SRS, uh, data government use, we use statistics everywhere, like sampling and all we do. So that is a part of statistics only. Everyone uses statistics. So environmental sciences also, for analyzing environmental data to understand climate change and all other problems, we use statistical techniques. Engineering, we use, like engineering we also use statistical methods and all. Like quality control and all we use, like that is a part of statistical research. And key consideration is statistical research data quality, ensuring the accuracy and reliability of data used in the analysis. It is very important that data is reliable, and data we are and data is, um, we can rely on data, means that data is very specific to our goal. Like data is goal oriented. If that data is not goal oriented, if that data um, is not suitable for our goal and the purpose of our uh, research or our study, then that is going to be very that is going to produce a wrong conclusion. We are going to uh, we, we are going to waste our time in something bad. And yeah, sample size, choosing an appropriate sample size to ensure the validity of the finding. It is very important to choose an appropriate sample size. It is very important to choose an appropriate sample size. uh, it is very important to choose an appropriate sample size to ensure the validity of the findings. Statistical tests, selecting the appropriate statistical test to analyze the data and test hypothesis, it is very important. mm, Interpretation, drawing conclusion and avoiding misinterpretation of the result, like sometimes some people do. uh, Collaboration is very important. When we collaborate with someone who is very good in these things, then we can uh, take help of them. And so collaboration helps in research also and in life also. Statistical research process is a process of collecting, analyzing and interpreting data to answer a specific research question or problem. It involves first thing of research is to define a problem. Like in statistical research also, we define problem, collect data, analyze, interpret, and then we communicating, then we communicate finding and all. These are the process of any research. uh, First thing we do is define a problem, and define, it is a first step of research. Like a uh, clear problem uh, will help in collecting data, relevant data, and data which come goal oriented data. Like uh, it saves time also. Then uh, so So this is like we and formulate specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound questions that can be answered through data analysis. It is very important that we define a research which is specific and measurable. Like we are able to do research on that. Achievable. If you define a goal which is not achievable, we you you will waste your time in something which is not going to be achieved, or in which no one will help you. So it's very important to define a problem which is achievable and relevant, and you have set a time for doing that. So it's very important. Collect data. So when we define a problem, we collect data for that problem, that research problem. Design a plan to collect or obtain appropriate data for that. Consider type of data needed. Example, quantitative. What is the requirement of that? So according to that, we collect data, quantitative, qualitative, and best method for gathering it. Example, surveys, experiment, and observation. We do, like we do surveys for collecting data. Experiments we do, like for the lab, if we are doing something which is related to lab work, then we do experiments and something like all, and we collect it. On the basis of that, we conclude. And the main thing is the reliability of data. We need to check the reliability of data so that it will represent the population. Analyze data, and it is very important to use appropriate statistical technique to analyze data. This may involve like it includes a descriptive statistic, like measure of central tendency and variability, inference statistic, example hypothesis testing, confidence interval. Organize and summarize data to identify methods, patterns, and trends, relationships, interpret and communicate findings and all. And statistical research design involves planning a study to ensure valid and reliable data collection and analysis, including defining research questions, choosing appropriate statistical methods, and selecting adequate sample size. This is these are the processes we repeat in every time. Like for doing research, we need, this is a very common research design we use everywhere. Like first of all, we define a problem and all, we we follow this design every time. So yeah, that this is the same process. Measurement concept in statistical research. So in statistical research, measurement involve assigning numerical values to variables and understanding the scale of measurement, that is nominal, ordinal, interval, ratio, and crucial for choosing appropriate statistical analysis and interpreting results. So scales of measurement: nominal data, like data categorized into mutually exclusive group without any inherent order, like male and female. Like this is nominal. We give a name to it. It has no numerical meaning or some anything. We just give any name to it. Like example, gender, Eichler. Ordinal, in ordinal data organized with order or rank. Like for example, in football also, like uh, let's categorize footballers on the basis of their skill. Uh, Messi number one, Ronaldo number two. Like this is how we categorize on the basis of their scores, their performance, and everything. In cricket, we categorize like Virat, Dhoni, and all. Sachin Tendulkar is number one. So on the basis of their skill, we are categorizing it. On the basis of their score, we are categorizing it, and we are keeping it in a category that comes under ordinal. In interval, like in temperature in Celsius or Fahrenheit, data with equal intervals between values, but no 0 point. So in interval, we categorize those data which have no 0 point, but we categorize it with equal intervals, like temperature in Celsius or Fahrenheit. Ratio, we in this we categorize data with equal intervals and a true 0 point, allowing for meaningful ratio and comparison. Example: height, weight, income, etc. Measurement concept, reliability. So these are the measurement concept: reliability, validity, and all. We need to. So let's. I am going to explain what is reliability. Reliability refers to the consistency and stability of a measure, meaning that repeated measurements should yield similar results. Uh, so what reliability means? Like suppose we are uh, um, no matter how many times we measure, it should give same result. This is what reliability means. Validity means refers to the extent to which a measure accurately reflects the concept it is intended to measure. Like suppose validity means it should give right answer, like it should measure correctly, like what it is correct. It should give a correct measure of something, correct measurement of something. Consistency is not some any concept in it. Like should give a valid result. That is what validity means. Mm, like this, I don't want to explain these things. Mm, these are the some core concept in statistical data. Data are of two types. We all know the quantitative and qualitative data. Quantitative data are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and all. Numerical data, like qualitative data is like eye color, honesty, like eye color. Someone eyes like Aswarya's eye is very beautiful. Her eye is like sky blue, like something like this. So please don't judge me on the basis of my knowledge. I don't know the exact color of her eyes. This was my own interpretation about her eyes. Like her eyes are sky blue or something like this. And someone is very tall, someone is very handsome, someone is very beautiful, someone is very cruel, someone is very ugly, and all. So this comes under qualitative data. Like someone is honest, someone is very beautiful, someone is very innocent, someone is very good, someone is very bad. This all comes under qualitative data. So variable a characteristic that can take on different values, such as independent variable that is manipulated and dependent variable that is observed. Variable are of two types: independent variable and dependent variable. So what we do, we manipulate independent variable, and then we the effect of that manipulation we see on dependent variable. The effect of manipulation, which the variable which show the effect of manipulation is dependent variable. uh, so we manipulate independent variable and we observe dependent variables, that what is the result of that manipulation, which we can observe, we can understand by observing dependent variables. Population and sample, like population the whole lot of something, and sample is a representation of that population. Like suppose we want to study the quality of apples, then in uh, quality of apples of Bihar. So the all apples which is present in Bihar is a population, and then we collect data from different districts of apples. Uh, then the data which we have collected for studying the quality of apple, that becomes a sample, and that sample should be a good representation of the all apples of Bihar. So for that we need to collect the data which is able to showcase the quality of all apples of Bihar. So the, the data which we collect for studying the quality of apples of all all apples of Bihar, the samples which we collect, and which showcase the qualities of the all apples of Bihar, is a good representation of all apples of Bihar. Like small presentation, like small sample we have collected for studying the quality of apples. Like the small portion which we collected for studying whole lot of the apples of Bihar is called sample. Uh, Descriptive statistics method for we use descriptive statistics for summarizing and describing the features of data, including measure of central tendency, mean, median, and mode, and all dispersion, like variance, standard deviation. So by using this, we are able to understand and we are able to know the features of data, like it is whether it is what is the mean of this, what is the variance of this, and all by using descriptive statistic. Inferential statistic, we we make a conclusion, probability distribution that describe the likelihood of different outcomes for a variable, like what is the what, and are used to predict future events, probability. So it explains like likelihood of next outcome, suppose we toss a coin, then it has two possibilities, either head will come or tail will come. So there is a probability of happening of, what is the probability of happening, what is the probability that head will come. So there is two probability, head and tail. It is not certain that head will come and it is not certain that tail will come. So uh, there is 1 by 2 probability. Like confidence interval, a range of values calculated at specific confidence interval level. Confidence level, example 95%, that is likely to contain the true parameter value. Regression analysis examines the relationship between variable, allowing for prediction and insights. And all. Causal analysis determine the cause and effect relationship between variables by analyzing data to understand why something happens. Uh, For studying why any event has happened, we use causal analysis. Statistical power and p values. Power analysis determines if a study has enough participation to make a reasonable conclusion, while a p value indicates the probability of observing the data if the null hypothesis were true. Secondary data refers to data that has been previously collected by someone else. Like secondary data is like census data. Uh, like all the data we use for our study and that is collected by someone else, that is comes under secondary data. The second hand data, that is pre it's data that already exists, unlike primary data which is collected specifically for a research project. Primary data are those data which we collect for our own study, but secondary data are those data which are collected by someone else. The data collected by the data was gathered by someone else, such as government agencies, researcher or organization. Variety of source. Secondary data can be found in various forms like books, academic journals, government reports, and online database. Any data like kagal data or any data we use for our own research without making any effort from any platform, any government organization, any from any books or anywhere, we select for our own study, comes under secondary data. This is the key point we need to understand, that like secondary data are those data which we use for our own study without making any effort, that comes under secondary data. Like external data, market research reports, social media data, everything comes under secondary data. Oh, oh. Potential for cost and time saving. Like it is very, it is not time consuming. Like we can get like for if like we can easily get it, and it is not very costly to collect this kind of data, and it also reduce the time and all, so that's why researchers use secondary data. Example of secondary data are census data, economic indicators, time statistics, academic publication like research data from any research paper, journal articles and books, market research reports, studies on consumer behavior, market trends, competitors analysis, internal company records like sales data, consumer database, and financial reports. This all comes under secondary data. Advantage of using like there are many advantages like the time, it is cost effective, time saving, and all. These are all advantages of secondary data. Oh, survey research is a systematic method for gathering information from a sample of individual, typically through we use questionnaire or interviews to understand their opinion, behaviors, and characteristics. Uh, like in survey research is a systematic method for gathering information from a sample. Like we do survey for gathering information. Like suppose we want to study on something, so what we do survey for collecting data about certain questions. So for that we use questionnaire. Like suppose suppose we want to know the income of people in a village. So for that no, so we can conduct an interview for knowing uh, their income. And so and questionnaire we can't use so suppose we want to study the how many people use AI in research. So for that we can construct a questionnaire for that purpose, and we can send it to the people and wait for their response. This comes these are so by doing this we can collect data. So this all comes under survey research. So the basic definition of survey research is to collect data by using questionnaires or by interviewing people. The main aim of the survey research is to understand the attitudes, behavior, and characteristics of a large population by studying a smaller representative group, key components, sampling, selecting a representative subset of the population, data collection, gathering information through questionnaire or interviews, and all. Types of surveys like questionnaires, a standardized set of questions administered to administered to respondent either online via mail or in person. Open in questions allow for detail free from answers. Close in questions offer a limited set of response option. Example multiple choice or sales. Like open in question, like these are types of all types of surveys. Interviews we conduct in face-to-face interviews, face-to-face interviews or telephone conversation. This all comes under uh, interviews like record response, personal interview, and all. Group interview like we can interview a group of peoples and all. Example of survey research is market research, social science research, healthcare research, education research, and all. Advantages of survey research: large sample size. Survey can reach a large number of participants, providing greater statistical power. Cost effectiveness. Online surveys can be relatively inexpensive to administer. Like online surveys are very affordable in price. Like it is not costly. Data collection speed. Like by using online methods to collect data, we can collect data in few days. It is not time taking. And also it helps researcher like if we want to collect data about remote area, then it is very helpful. There are some bias of survey research, that is response bias. Respondent may not always answer truthfully. Like suppose we are collecting data about people's age. So what some people do, some people are not comfortable in sharing their real age. Like people want to hide or want to show that I am not uh, I don't know why they want to hide, but for some purposes they do. Like they want to show that they are very young, and some people want to show that they are very uh, adult or something. So in India, people do like this, and there are so some people like these things happen. Uh, Many people do not give a right answer because they think that interviewer is going to misuse that data. Non-response. Some people do not respond. Like this, these are also the challenges of survey research. Recall. Some people. Uh, uh, Respondent may not accurately remember past event. This comes under recall bias. Like respondent is not able to remember some event or is not able to recall the answer of some question that comes under recall bias. Sample bias. Sample mean this is the like sample bias is a very big problem. Sample bias is include the sample bias may, the sample may not be a representative of the entire population. Like sample should be a good representative of population. Cost conducting large scale surveys can be expensive. Like that's why we do survey research. Like it is very costly to enumerate the whole population. For that we use survey research. Oh my god. For that we use survey research. Okay. Types of measurement, these are nominal, ordinal, interval ratio, and all. We know in nominal data there is no order or ranking. We categorize the data like IQ, color, blue, brown, green, and anything. Types of animals like mammal, reptile, bird, and anything. Permissible statistics mode in nominal data. Ordinal data in this we order or rank something that comes under ordinal data. Mode and median is permissible statistics in this. Interval like temperature in Celsius or Fahrenheit, this all comes under interval data. This scale possesses both order and equal intervals between values, but it lacks a true 0 point. Ratio, this scale has all the properties of the interval, but it possesses true 0 point. Classification, order ranking, equal intervals, and true 0 point. Oh my god. Hmm. Examples: height, weight, age, income, and all. And the permissible statistics for ratio scale is mode, median, mean, geometric mean, and all. These are the criteria of good measurement. Good measurement, particularly in research, is characterized by reliability, validity, and sensitivity. Reliability ensures consistency of result. Validity confirms the measurement will accurately capture the intended concept of a variable. Sensitivity refers to ability of the measurement to detect variability in the measured concept. Like what is the variability? Sensitivity refers to the ability to detect that variability. Reliability means the consistency of result. Validity means confirms the measurement will measurement will accurately capture the intended concept. But sensitivity detect the variability. Like types of reliability: test, retest, internal consistency, inter-rater reliability, and all. Example: a weighing scale that consistently provides the same weight reading for the same person is considered reliable. Like suppose we are using weighing machine for knowing our weights, and every time it is giving different value, then that machine is not reliable. There is some error in it. Suppose I am I'm not able to recall my weight. Huh? or I'm not comfortable in sharing my weight here. Okay, I'm not. Many people are going to judge me. See, I am. Okay, this is too much. Suppose we are what reliability means. Let's come to the point. What reliability means is that suppose we are measuring our weight, and suppose I am measuring my weight, and every time getting like 40. Every time if I'm using a weighing machine, and every time getting 40, 40, 40, then what we say is that that machine is reliable, even if it is giving, even if my weight is not 40, we consider that machine as a reliable machine, because it is giving because it is it provides the same weight every time. Like it is every time when we are measuring weight, every time it is providing the same way result. That's why we consider it as reliable. Or validity means, suppose we are measuring, what validity means is, suppose we are measuring the weight. Suppose I am measuring my weight and it is giving 40, but my weight is suppose my weight is 43, but it is giving 40, then that machine is not valid. It should give 43, then only we consider it as a valid. So validity means it should accurately measure what is right, then we consider it valid. If it is giving every time 40 and it is not measuring correctly, then we can't consider it a valid. Validity simply means it should give a reliable and a valid result. It should measure what it intended to measure. It should not it can't give false result. Sensitivity means detect the variability of uh, variability, so that comes under sensitivity. So we can't skip these things. These things are not very important. Measurement scale, these all in research and social sciences. Scaling involves creating instrument to measure abstract concept by assigning numerical values. Like we assign numerical values. Different scaling techniques exist, like Likert scale, where respondent rate their agreement with statement. Like measuring customer satisfaction, we use rating scale. Like many like suppose we are giving test or something, then they are in the end they uh, sometimes they ask for feedback, and in that they ask for they give like they use this scale, and in that we have to rate and give and we can rate them from 1 to 5. Like we can give them 1 star on the basis of our satisfaction uh, about their how we satisfied, how much we satisfied from their service. So on the basis of that we can rate them from 1 to 5. Like we can skip this. Qualitative analysis is a method for studying non-numerical values, like all non-numerical values like emotion, honesty and all. Qualitative analysis identified what is present in a sample or phenomenon, not how much. The data type, it deals with non-numerical such as color changes, bubbling or management skill and all. These are the applications of qualitative research. Qualitative is concerned with what and how, and by describing and understanding the component of phenomenon. Quantitative focus on how much. These are the use of statistical software and our language. We use statistical software for analyzing the data and all. Thank you. Dhanyawad. Thank you for listening me, and I am very sorry if I have done any mistake during this. I Bye. Bye bye. Love yourself a lot and be positive and be happy. Namaste.